Hi, welcome back to our topic in Python Basics. Last video I discussed about the Python slicing and the built-in functions in the list. And there were some topics that I added also, which is the focused on what are the other functions that we can use in the list. Example, the methods that we applied are append, the insert, remove, sort, the min, max, sum, and end. Okay, so these were the topics that I discussed in the last video. I hope that you have learned something on that topic. However, if you haven't watched the discussion about this topic, please do not continue to watch. I suggest to review first the topic on this one before you proceed. Okay, so right now I'm just going to give additional information about the slicing. Although before I showed to you a sample program where you can assign the variables in the list, but there is also an option where you can operate a list on a literal, meaning you don't need to put a variable name. Let's start. I'll show you my Python. I give you an example for this one where we don't need a variable name. So this is what we call list literal. Example, I'll be putting here a bracket, and let me say I'll just use cub or any words just for demonstration purposes. Car, then let me say train, oops, airplane. Okay, that's enough. I just have 4 items in the list. You can also apply an index if you want to find what's in the index to. Example, let me say here 2. We can also do it this way. See, if you're going to add 0, 1, 2. Okay, and another one where you can apply, it's a combination. Example, I just copied this one because in the next video we're going to combine everything, all the basics methods that we applied in here. So for now, what I'm trying to show to you the individual features of Python, then we will combine it all, right? So let me say if we're going to put this method colon in another column, then -1, this one will actually try to look up in here what will happen in the code. See, there is what we called a reverse on our output. So if you noticed here, cab, car, train, and airplane. And then with the use of this method, the airplanes becomes on the first, on the 0 index. So this is an example of a reverse method. All right, and you can also apply the in. Example, I'll be asking here car in. Okay, I'll just copy this one like that. It's like we're trying, is car in the list, something like that. Then when you print it, true. Okay, how about if I'm going to use the not? Okay, let me say both not in these items in the list. So this is also another way that you can apply in Python. Aside from using the in, you can also use the not. So obviously this one, oops, there is a syntax error. Why is I'm getting an error here? Let me check up. I forgot to put the in. Okay, there is an invalid syntax in my code because I forgot to put the in. So should be written this way: both not in, like this. That's why I get an error here because I forgot to insert the word in. Okay, now it's like you're asking, is both not in the list? Something like that. So true. All right. However, when you say, I'm going to put here cub, then I'll be using in, copied it again. The answer would be false because cub is inside the list. Okay, so this is the function of using the not operation in Python. Although last meeting I showed to you the use of in, right now we combine it with the not, but you have to make sure that you have to include the in. All right, so you can also concatenate these two. How you going to do it? Of course, we will be using the plus for this one. Let me say I'll be copying this one, then plus sign, then I'll be adding, let me say, both. Then another one is, can you give me a shape? Okay, this one. Then, oops, like that. So we had now added the two, which is both and the ship. Okay, and you can also get the length in here. Let me say, let me adjust my, because this one is too big. All right, let me adjust it. Let me say, if you're going to apply the length, if you want to find out the size in between this, what's inside the container, then make sure you put here, let me say, put this one, and then I will copy this one. Okay, just copy this. And this time I'll be adding another one, because let's try to run this one first, so you will be able to find out. There's a 6. Okay, if you will forgot to put the parentheses here, you will get an error actually. So what did I put in here? Oh, I see. I just copied the whole plus thing. Okay, let me try to do it again. I'll be putting the code. Okay, let me adjust this one. I'll be using the len again, then parentheses. Example, I will remove it. I'll just show it this way without the, you will get an error. That's what I'm talking about. So if you will be using the len, make sure that you put it inside the parentheses, then close it, then there you got it. What's a 6? Okay, so you notice here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you're going to count it using index, but the use of len method, it will just count as is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now if ever you want to reverse a word or anything that you would like to put into, let me say I'm going to put here a sentence, like modeling and simulation, right? Like that. And if you want to reverse this one, you just simply put here bracket, then double colon, -1, right? That. So you have now the output. It will reverse now the word modeling and simulation. So what do you think will happen if we're going to put a -2 in here? So I'll just copy this one. Let's try to find out. And bracket colon let me say -2. All right. See, the other words here will not be included. This is only in here. That the best way, this is not applicable on a certain part because it will not be, the format in reversing the whole sentence should be -1 only. All right. So if you will use other than that, then you will not get the exact answer. Let me say I put here -2, 5, or let's start with number 3 first. See, that's the result. It's only on this part. For now, because there's another method or technique that we can apply if you want to select a certain word only. That would be on another topic. For now, we will just focus on this one, okay? Now, we will continue with our topic. If you have no more clarification on this part, okay, this time I'll be showing you the use of prepending or appending items to a list using the augmented assignment operator. So let's use this one again. I'll be using another variable called, let me say, food. Okay, this is my variable name, and I'll be assigning it to, let me say, what kind of food? Burger, pizza, puto, what else? Pancake. Oops, I should have put this circle. Pancake, right? Okay, we'll just add this example. We had now assigned these 4 items, burger, pizza, potato, pancake, to food variable name. Now, if we're going to use the method of what we call augmented assignment operator using the A plus, plus equal, I mean. So, let's solve the example here. I'll be using the food variable, then in here we'll be using plus equal, and this method is you're going to try to add another food in our list using the augmented assignment operator, which is the plus equal. Let me say I'm going to add hello. All right. Then another one, I'll be adding a pasta. All right, pasta. All right. So in this case, the halo and pasta will be added into our list. So if you're going to type here, food, it will now be added into our list, which is the halo and pasta. So it will be added at the end. Okay. And is it possible to add numbers into our list? Of course, yes. Yes, you can. So all you need to do, you just put here again, food, equal sign, then make sure to put it in a bracket. Let me say I'll be adding 5 and 10. Right. 5 and 10, then I will put plus sign, then the variable name called food, so that it will be added the 5 and 10 to our food. Right. So if you're going to display again the output, we had here 5, 10 now, and the rest of our food. Okay. That's how you're going to. However, what if, is it possible if I can just do this method like this example? plus equals, then 20. Example, I'll be adding 20 directly just like that. In this case, you will get an error because it says here that 20 is an integer and it's not iterable. So Python does not recognize it. What the solution for you to do it? Well, what you need to do in here, you just simply type in food, then plus equal, then put it in a bracket. Okay, like that. So if we're going to display again, so we have now 20, which is added in at the end of our list. Okay, so every time that you're going to add something, especially in the list, you have to put it in a bracket using the augmented assignment operator, the plus equal sign. Okay, so is it possible if I can add a one word in our list using the augmented operator? Let me say I'll type here plus equal, then I can say, what will I add here? Spaghetti. Right, spaghetti. We're going to add spaghetti into the listed item. Right now, let's see, food. So we had added here, okay, as you noticed here, the word spaghetti has been distributed by letters using this approach. And to avoid this one, if you don't want to add the spaghetti this way, and if you want it to add in one whole word, not word, okay, so how are you going to do it? You just simply put in your food plus equal, then you need to put it again in a bracket like this, spaghetti. All right, then close. Now if you're going to type again food, so there you are, you have the spaghetti. So that's the difference. If you just simply put in this way, then it will be added by letter. It will be separated by letter. And if you want to add it by word, then make sure to put it in a bracket. Okay, is it clear now with the use of augmented operator, assignment operator? All right.